So this is the MAME arcade that we built. It's off. Turn it on, it's hooked to the wall switch. And it puts the power on. That is the marquee we made. It's printed out on plastic vinyl, and it's over a piece of clear plexiglass. Unfortunately, the clear plexiglass was too clear, so we had to sand it to give it kind of a what would you call that? A glossy look or a frosty look? Yeah. So it works basically straight out of Windows. It's got a trackball. The trackball is set up as a mouse, so that lets you navigate. It's pretty handy. I'm running Atomic front end, and that gets you into the games. Now the menu is set up to run any number of emulators. It's got Genesis, MAME, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and TurboGrafx 16. So you can go into any of these menus using the first player button, and you get a list of games. Now with the emulators for the consoles, such as the TurboGrafx 16 right here, there's no kind of preview. And if you want to go back out, push player 2, puts you back into the front. So we'll go into the main setup, and that's the MAME, player 1.
For my amusement.
And this is all customized. The front end, you can do any number of things with it. I've set it up so that for the arcade, it shows a preview of whatever game is selected. For example, 1943. It shows the marquee and a screenshot. If you scroll down the list, it changes. It's basically the skeleton of an arcade machine with two different picture windows, one for the marquee and one for a screenshot. And just to give you some ideas, the default, if there's nothing available, it goes to the original arcade marquee that we designed. Got any number of games: Alien, Baldur's Gate, Arkanoid. Here's one not a lot of people know. Where'd it go? Arm wrestling for Nintendo. So it's a lot like Punch-Out. It uses a two-screen setup. Unfortunately, we only have one screen. So just to go into one of the games. Scroll down a little faster. So Centipede. Everybody knows that.
Prepare for battle.
That puts you into the game. And just to go into the controls, we did that from scratch. We've got plexiglass top on a piece of board with 6-button setup for games like Street Fighter 2. With 6 buttons, you can play pretty much any game. Obviously, most games don't use that many buttons. I actually damaged it, unfortunately. Cracked the edge here, bumped it. Should have done something a little different there. Maybe put the screws all the way out to the edge. Okay, it's not loading. So I'm going to back out. Where? In Seattle?
No, the Gorge.
Oh, yeah. I think it was like 20. No, we went in the free parking. Okay, so I've got Centipede up now. And there you go. There's Centipede. The trackball works very good with it. So, there's player 1. That starts the game. And Centipede. Runs pretty much just like the original. The TV, because I didn't use an actual arcade monitor, the TV is obviously it's in a horizontal display, and a game like Centipede runs vertically, so it's like a monitor turned sideways. So you lose some area on the side of the screen. That's all dead. But since the monitor is so big, you still have a good display area. It's 27-inch TV. So this is the first program I used to run the MAME. It's the actual MAME program itself without a front end, and it allows you also to scroll through the games and shows preview shot, and you can just select any game directly from this list that you might want to play. Got quite a few. I think there's a total of 371 games. And yeah, a lot of different ones. Unfortunately, due to the control setup, some games don't really work the way they should. I mean, Spy Hunter, Star Wars, even Disc of Tron, which I can play, don't have specific control setups. Or Paperboy, you have a set of handlebars to control the game with. In this, you only have joysticks and a trackball. The trackball is good because it can also be used as a spinner with just a left and right, and yeah, that's fun. Let me see what else. It does have an actual working coin box that's wired to the computer. Anything that goes into here will give you a credit in the game, so that gives it that real authentic feel. So here's some of the side art. It's just a couple of printouts, and they are basically marquees from some of the games that are on here. There's quite a few of them you might recognize. And then going towards the bottom, have also some side art from the machines. Missile Command, Centipede, Joust, Galaga, and Space Invaders. And that's just something that's on there now. Might do something more elaborate down the road. You can see right there is where the speakers are mounted. They are stereo and produce a very nice clear sound. And there's also a small subwoofer within the box itself, which gives it a little bit of rumble. It actually will vibrate the box when you get a big explosion. So let's get into the inside of the machine. There's not really a whole lot to it. It's pretty simple. It's just a large wooden cabinet. It's made out of just really low quality particle board. They're actually slip sheets that I got from my work. I work at IKEA, and they were generous enough to let me use some of these old slip sheets. They recycle the wood, so they also are giving it away to employees sometimes, and use that wood to build the cabinet. See, we've got a light back here, just a halogen light, and that's what lights up the marquee from the back. A regular TV mounted in with a kind of just a really rudimentary shelf, just a couple 2x4s on a diagonal board. That gets it just the right angle. I don't know what you can see. It's kind of dark back here. And then inside you've got a computer that runs the whole thing. Yeah, there's the computer. I don't know if you can see. It's pretty dark back here. There's the subwoofer, just a little one, but gets a good acoustic effect because of the big box here. I've got this to collect the quarters in. And yeah, that's really all there is to it. Pretty simple design, pretty simple layout, but it works. And only costs about $300 to build.